There are transformations happening in Dysart classrooms and around the globe that focus on developing what is called a new century learner, one that embraces such skills as creativity, innovation, information fluency, communication, and critical thinking in a 21st century environment. Basically, it's a transformation from learning what to learning how.
We're all new century learners in that we're in a time of fast enhancing technologies that are all around us at a rate that we're not used to. And so as we look at a new century learner, it's one that we're now not just focusing on how to use this device or how to do that, but how to think and how to learn.
In Ms. Blanco's first grade class at Mirage Elementary School, students are using iPod Touch devices to help with reading and fluency.
And they're able to listen to themselves read after they're done, and that gives them an opportunity to listen and see what they can do better next time and then go from there.
It's been said that this is like learning to read in front of a mirror. You can self-correct this way that you can in no other way. And the teacher can be there as a guide to listen to it with them, to support them and do that. These devices do not replace good instruction. These devices do not replace every technology that's out there right now, and they're not there for the sake of technology.
Other activities on the devices include applications that assist with high-frequency words and oral language. It's not about learning to use the device though, but taking that device and using it to learn a new set of skills.
Being able to integrate this at a younger age in the classrooms will truly open the doors for the students when they're older. It has really brought out their love of learning that we also instill in our students.
In Mr. Williams' 8th grade math class at Surprise Elementary School, students are using iPads to move forward from a traditional lecture setting and embrace collaboration and communication during authentic learning experiences.
It really does move away from a teacher lecture-based math class or any class. Students take charge in their own learning, and I'm able to become more of a facilitator. So it really becomes almost a classroom of 30 students instead of one teacher. It's almost like having 8 small teachers, that being the iPads. The students are able to work on their own, and they're able to facilitate their own learning, and I can be there in smaller groups to then help and facilitate their learning as well.
There are those that insist that these new century learning devices are simply toys that distract students from learning. But according to these educators, they have found out it is much more than what they had anticipated.
When we first were given the iPads, I was very excited about them, but I was concerned that they would be more of a novelty, something that the students would play on, they'd be a distraction, the students would enjoy them and they'd learn, but I didn't ever see them becoming a vital part of my classroom. Whereas now, after having them for 9-10 weeks in the classroom, I struggle to see how I could go back to teaching the way I taught before and not lose some of the effectiveness that the technology in their hands has given us. I feel like they're able to learn more in 10 questions using technology than they are in 50 questions in a traditional paper pencil format.
New century learning isn't all about iPod Touches and iPads though. There are other devices being tested and utilized in the classroom to help students, and it's not really about the devices at all. Developing a new century learner is all about reaching kids today at their level and teaching them a set of skills that will endure for a lifetime.
They are growing up in a world where everything happens very quickly, and because of that, whether it's a quick Google search or it's being able to communicate across the world in an instant, students that we're working with now have never had to wait. And if we fight that, then we're going to lose both engagement as well as their interest in learning. And if we want to, as educators, still create lifelong learners, it's absolutely imperative that we show them that education can be done at the pace that they're used to in their world. Teenagers are cognitively thinking differently now than they did in the past. And so we need to be embracing that, challenging them at that cognitive higher level.
We know that this is what's best for kids, not just learning how to use a device, but having that means of using those devices and combining that with excellent instruction and that content knowledge that the teacher can provide, and the two together with the allowed opportunities for the students will give them what they need to be successful in an unknown world with unknown jobs and unknown problems with unknown technologies, because they will have that developed skill set to do that.
We can't be stuck in the past. We have to expand our minds.
From El Mirage and Surprise Elementary Schools, I'm Ryan McGinley.
The shirts do not fit.